Good evening to you all. I hope you're all well. Again, just massive, just want to pass on again, yet again, thank you very much for taking the time to have a look at these videos. It's really much appreciated because these, like I say, I'm doing this for you guys really more than anything. I want to help you. Hopefully these videos will help you and support you as much as possible. One of the biggest ones I talk about, and today I'm going to talk about being a parent, I guess. Don't really know. I don't really. I'm a parent, like everyone else. Usually 9 times out of 10. I'm probably a little bit younger in my journey as a parent. I've only been a parent for 4 years, pretty much. My son's nearly 4, so I'm still learning as much as I possibly can and stuff like that. So, and one of the biggest things that I probably learned over the year, over last year, was about how important it is to actually allow players to deal with adversity and things when they don't go their way, but it's how you help them and support them. So I saw a great example. I watched a podcast. I didn't watch a podcast. I listened to a podcast, and it was one of the best podcasts I have ever heard. And it was, I'll share the link with you on the comment section below. But it was on high performance, and it was with the academy director at Manchester United, Nick Cox, and it was some fantastic stuff about. He described it as helicopter parenting. And helicopter parenting is the moments where literally we are just looking after our child in every single way, in a way to help them and help them guide them and learn. And I think sometimes, when something goes against them or something, it doesn't go our way or their child's way and things like that, we feel the need to just go rah, rah. And I think I'm just going to share with you a couple of examples which I think might help you, in terms of what what I've dealt with over the last couple of weeks. So I work with, on a Friday evening, I work with an under-7 group and some under-6s, and I got to see, and then what we did it like a tournament. So I got to see some under-6s and some under-7s, which was really nice to watch. Actually, loved some of the quality of their work. And there was a child who was an under-6, and he wore bright green boots, cool boots, by the way, so cool. And he came round, and you could tell his laces were under. He didn't notice particularly. He was just having a party. He was just playing. He was loving the game, and that was great. And I could hear his mum behind me, and I'm sure she doesn't mind me saying this, by the way, because she might be watching this. So if she is, I am really sorry, but I want to use it as a great example. But it's a brilliant, powerful message. He says he's not doing his laces. He hasn't gone over to Luke or all of the other coaches. And so I heard it in the corner of my ear, and we're telling him, but because of the fact that we're telling him to have his laces tied, well, actually, the social value there, the social connection, and the social importance there is really important. I knew he had his laces done up and they needed doing, but what I actually did is I didn't say anything. I was waiting for him to come around and be brave and turn around and go, "Can you do my laces, please, Luke?" Or something like that. So at the end of the game, he comes into me, and then he just comes out and just stamps his foot in front of me. Not in not like a, "You must do this." And I went, "That's a nice boot. That's a nice green football boot." So the detail is that, and then he said, "Can you do my laces, please?" But again, if we didn't say anything, what we were trying to do there, we're trying to get, so in a way, we're trying to get that child to turn around and go, "Luke, can you tie my shoelaces for me?" Instead of just hiding away. But if we tell them what to do all the time, we're taking that learning away. And that's the best piece of advice I can give you. The moment we helicopter parent, that's a way to stop them from learning. That's going to be a moment where we're stopping them from learning. I saw a kid the other night. He's not zipped up his coat, his jumper, and it's all hanging around all over the place. And they're like, so take your jumper off. Well, how do we know? He might want it on. Pedri for Barcelona plays in training. He doesn't tie his laces. He just plays untied. It's okay. Diego Maradona doing a load of football kick-ups. He's not tying his laces. Don't care. Maybe he doesn't care. Maybe he wants to wear it, and when he's warm, he'll take it off. I don't know. It's all those type of things. So little examples like that. I saw a kid today who got I took the under-10s today, and there's a kid at the end of a game, towards the end of the game, he gets absolutely 5-ironed. He's played a fantastic game. He gets absolutely 5-ironed in the box. Definite foul. Not given. Deal with it. How are you going to deal with it? And that there is a great learning curve. And he's crying, it's not fair. Why did I get given a foul? Look, all that type of stuff. That comes under adversity. And that's what we're trying to have. And that's why we try it. It's really important that we've got to find solutions. We've got to help them find ways to deal with adversity. It's really important. So little tips. I've shared my examples. I'm not going to go into any. My solutions are really simple. What can you guys do in your practices to help them deal with those type of things? I put on tournament weeks. It's like little savage moments. If you win, you go up. If you lose, you go down. How do I deal with the fact that I've just gone rock, paper, scissors, and now that team are 1-0 up because I lost? What, in rock, paper, scissors? Oh my Lord. How do I deal with that situation? How do I deal with the fact that we're in a game of football where we've played a team off the pitch and then they've had one shot and they've scored? How do I deal with that? And so all those moments, if we tell them what to do in every single moment, we're stopping them from learning. As long as we help them and channel them. So for all of you who coach, who are coaching your grassroots players, if we keep telling them what to do all the time, it's not going to help them, because otherwise what we're doing is that we're training robots. We're training robots. We're here to develop them as human beings and in a good learning environment. We're not coaches. We're facilitators of coaches. We're facilitators of learning. And that's what we're here to do. And that's what we're there to guide them with. So that would be my biggest piece of advice. Be facilitators of learners, not coaches. That would be my biggest piece of advice. I hope that makes sense. Really good. This is a really hard one. And there is going to be moments, I'm not going to lie, when you as a coach or a parent, you're going to need to hold your nerve and you're going to have to bite your tongue, because there are going to be moments where you really want to go in and go at them. But you know what? How much are they going to get from it? I don't know. But that would be my advice to you. So embrace adversity. How can you implement it in your coaching sessions to deal with that difficulty? Another really, really key example. Last night, our under-8s have a massive tournament going on. We got a 3v3 tournament going on. We've invited some local grassroots teams in. We managed to get another game in. They think they've won because if they get to the top pitch and they've won it, that's the last game. Fantastic. Well done. You've won. And then I go, oh no, we got time for another game. Oh no. So they've just celebrated the fact that they've won the tournament. And now all of a sudden they've got to they've got to play another game. If they win that game, then they've won. But they didn't win the last game. So it's now my fault. It's my fault. Is it my fault though? Is it their fault? Is it anyone's fault? I don't know. It could be their fault because they haven't won that game. It's harsh, isn't it? They thought it was the last. They thought it was the last game. They've won it. They've had to come from the fact they've gone from up here to celebrating, and now they've got to play again. Adversity. God, that's horrible. They're probably thinking, Luke, what? Oh, that Luke. What? Oh, what a muppet. They probably don't like me anymore. But they may not like me. And I'm really sorry. And I did apologize. But do you know what? They've learned more than anyone else in that night, that evening. Because they've managed to play, they've managed to get to the top pitch. Which they've earned really well. They've done really well to get into that position. I've had a bit of, I've had to deal with something here. This is hard. Oh, how do I deal with that? How do I deal with the fact that I've just won? I've literally just won, and then we've got to play another game, and I've got to win that one. If we don't win that one, we have lost. So that's social development. So again, that's adversity. They're probably turning around. Their parents probably don't like me at the moment. Sorry. The kids don't like me and their parents don't like me. I'm sorry. But hey, we're not just here to make them better footballers. We're here to make them better people. So, I'll hold my hand up if they don't like me. I'll hold my hand up in that moment. If they don't like me in that moment, I'm sorry. But you know what? They're going to learn so much from that experience. And it's going to make them a better person in 3-6 months' time. So that would be my advice. So to conclude, embrace adversity. Let them deal with something. Oh, I'm hurt. Well, you're moving around. You okay? Do you reckon you can bounce? Yeah, good. Bounce up. Yeah, bounce up if you can. Bounce up. Hopefully this will help. Share your thoughts. Hopefully this will help you. Cheers.